it's kind of weird because up till now, SOG really hasn't had much that caught my attention. Their stuff didn't have that character or the cool factor that some of the other blades did from other manufacturers, so I never really got into them.
Have you ever carried this one? We've had it in inventory for over, I don't know, 8 years.
Never.
SOG Tac Auto, reviewed anciently here in the Knife Show, Nut Fancy Project, back on tabletop, given the bunker a rest. You've never carried this?
Never. The Aegis either.
You don't connect with it.
Didn't connect with it. There's just something about it. Like, it didn't draw me in. The curves, the lettering and stuff. It just...
I think the traction on this one is bleak. Huh. Hence, I threw that on there. Deep carry pocket clip, though. It deploys fast enough. Little tiny deployment button that's kind of hard to find. Great jimping on it. A little bit too much upsweep on the blade on this variation of SOG Tac Auto. Whatever. You know, I still like it. I've liked it enough to keep it in our inventory as a cast member because I think it's a good, high-value auto option, actually, SOG Tac. But you're saying no. There's 0 second cool for you for this knife, right?
Yep. I mean, functionally, it's great. It's awesome. It does everything you need a knife to do. The deep clip, I love. I love the features separately. I love the jimping. I do like the little finger choils, even if they look kind of goofy. Mm-hmm. I like all of it, but when you put it together and bake this cake, I just don't like the flavor.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough. It's also a thin knife, too. I like that. I wouldn't say my likability on this exact knife right here is like smoking. It's not. It's middle ground, but it's a good competitive option. Maybe one day we'll pitch it. We'll give it away to a Patreon member.
Yeah, I like
Which
that.
you've been doing a lot lately. Kind of like this watch will be given away to a Patreon member.
Check that out.
Watch for the review is a Seiko solar-powered SNE 329, I guess, pilot watch, Flieger, field watch. Pretty cool. I like it. It's a good watch. High value. It's only like $85. Cordura, blue strap. What are you wearing?
Oh, that strap. It's one of those glycine.
That's a Combat 6 Glycine. You've got some really good taste in watches,
Pretty
dude.
cool looking.
That's TD's watch. I will take that from him to review it.
It's quite pretty.
That's a really cool strap you got on it, man.
I will say,
Woodland camo.
I really loved this thing until I saw my buddy's Vostok. He got one of the Commander ones, and it looked, I mean, it's a ripoff of this. Now, every time I look at this, I see that, and I'm like, huh.
You know what, though? This aesthetic is everywhere.
It's way better.
No, I'm saying it's ever present. I mean, this is a standard field watch aesthetic. You'll see it in so many watches.
And this blows away the little Russian Vostok. And that when you pull the crown out, it doesn't come completely off.
Some of those Russian watches, like the triple CP ones we have, those are really awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you're talking second cool. This one didn't do it for you. How about the Zoom? Show them that one and tell me if you liked it. This is not an automatic. This is an assisted opening knife.
The Zoom. Tampoco.
He said tampoco. Español porque no se le gusta.
It's cool. Again, functionally, it's got a great recipe. Mm-hmm. I'm just not going to order off that dollar menu.
You're lukewarm on it.
Yeah.
I love the clip. And again, you're right. I mean, I'm talking first cool stuff. That's for great, good for tactical pants. It's deep carry. Now, this one has better traction. It's a milled 6061 aluminum handle set. Great jimping. Osate steel. No auto problems with it at all. I'm talking like if you live in a state that won't allow you to have an auto. It's an assisted opening knife. A little bit of an organic, funky grind on the Zoom. It comes in 2 different sizes, if I remember correctly. It does have a ridiculous, unneeded safety. But no second cool for them. Look, 2014 is when I reviewed it. Yeah. So, do you have anything in the SOG lineup? These guys already know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
They're smart. They're on to us. So, is there anything in the SOG automatic or assisted knife opening lineup that does excite you?
There is now.
He loves the Spec Elite Auto. This is the one, the smaller one. 3 ounces. Show him that cool blue handle.
Beautiful, skinny, tactile. They finally got it right.
So this does, to clarify, have a second cool factor for you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So this is a Blade HQ Special Edition blue handle, right?
Yep.
And then we've shown you previously, I have on several videos, not just KRVs, this is a Spec Elite 2 This is a CutleryShoppe orange version. And I've raved about it for a long time. Look at this. I have carried it. It does show a little bit of wear, a little bit beat up, and it makes me happy.
Yeah. That is really the model where I fell in love with it. I mean, I liked it when it was base, when we first got one, and it was just the matte black on black. I was, cool, awesome. Carried it a little bit.
Show them that one, by the way.
It didn't really, you know, it wasn't like 10 out of 10 for me. It wasn't until I saw it in orange that, oh, it's awesome. It's
so
just cool.
it took a different color for you to get on board.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, shamelessly so, yeah.
But you know what? There's a lot of knife guys like that.
Yeah.
It is there's something about colors, so we're just kind of kooks that way. And we can say the same thing about watches, can't we?
Oh yeah.
So this watch comes in different colors too. So maybe the blue doesn't float your boat, but you go black and with a multicam band like you've got, and then suddenly it's like it's a whole new world.
We're just so spoiled with options.
Oh,
we don't
so
have
spoiled.
to. If even this, it's kind of like
So spoiled.
It's looking on Tinder. If even just the littlest thing is wrong with it, you're like, next. What
Yeah.
else is there?
By the way, do you do that all the time?
Nah, not so much.
They call it swiping left, right?
Yeah.
Would you swipe left or right on this Elite 2?
Right. All day right.
Yeah, that's just awesome. I think really this knife for me, and I said it in the initial tabletop, I raved about it, and it was probably like 4 years ago or something. It really is a balance between first and second cool for me.
Yeah.
Let's go over the features super quick and do it. I'll talk about it and you show them. The blade, first off, is AUS 8, clip point, hollow ground. It does have some nice flats on it, so you can use a consistent angle sharpener like an Edge Pro Apex. This is a satin finished, polished one, I guess you should say. And then we have the black tie-eye in the background. I think the AUS 8 is a decent steel. There is definitely better. I would prefer to see it in S30, S90. Those are kind of my favorite steels now. Just a powder metallurgy technology steel. But for the amount of that you guys are going to be using your knives, it'll be fine. So that's all good. Check the movement too. This is an an automatic knife, side deploying, coil fired auto. What do you think? Tight?
Pretty tight.
Pretty good lockup. Look at the jimping too. We're talking first cool. The jimping on the Spec Elite autos is perfect. It's always been perfect. It is very functional, non-obnoxious. You get a little bit on the handle set, but the real run of jimping is going to be top side on the spine, just aft of the unsharpened swedge here. And again, this is a 3-ounce version one. This is I believe it's BHQ Special Edition, the blue one. Lightweight, and this one's even under 4 ounces though.
Isn't that cool?
4-inch blade, under 4 ounces. It's an automatic. Amazing. How's the lockup on that one?
Just as good.
Okay, fold it, show them the centering. Any rubbing going on that you can see?
That I can see.
And let's look at this one that I've used.
Skinny.
And we don't tune these up or try to do anything. We just use them. I'm not even wiping my blades down anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is. So it's pretty perfect if you ask me. And the speed of deployment is fantastic. Try that one. See if it makes you happy. Or the blue one, I mean. You like the smaller one better, don't you?
Actually, I wish the blue came in.
Oh, you like the
larger
bigger
size.
one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Philosophy of use, I think, for both of these knives, and because it has a jimping, because it has substantial, well, this one, the 2, I would say it's a tactical knife.
Yeah.
And the smaller one, EDC knife. A duty knife. So if you're LE, or if you're a pilot in the military, which, by the way, I carried autos in my flight suit all the time. Both in my ejection seat aircraft and also in the KC-135 and my prop planes that I flew. I was always knifed up.
Yeah.
It's not just with TMP that I knifed up. I always had autos. And guys in the squadron, I was like, wanted to see my knives. What do you carry, man? It was almost always a Microtech auto.
Yeah.
I liked it. So speed is fantastic. Look at this thinness of this knife. Okay, and we're going to show you a beautiful competitive option. This is, speaking of Microtech, I mean, I just kind of reintroduced it. Look at this. This is a UDT. The reintroduction of the UDT, again by Blade HQ.
Yep.
So this is Blade HQ's UDT, and it's dated 2015. It's Jake that brought this one back, working with those guys at Microtech. This is a beautiful competitive option. I don't think they have this one anymore. This is an LMAX steel version. Look at the thinness, though. I mean, I think this is relatively thin. I think yours is just even more carryable. What do you think?
Yeah.
I love this knife though. It's fantastic.
Awesome.
I thought it was so cool that they brought it back. And incidentally, one of our original UDTs are the ones I carried in my flight suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one that's beat up and stuff. Really cool.
I used to carry a mini UDT for a long time. That was the one I used to
The little
hide in
tiny
my-
one.
Yep, the tiny
We still
one.
have that one, right?
Yeah, because I could hide it in my scrubs.
Yeah, he used to do medical stuff, and he liked it. Now let's look at the clip on the... This is kind of a re-review because of the coloration, but a lot of guys have never seen the original review, so we're going to cover some of the same stuff. Deep carry, can take fat tactical pants, and it's the same as we saw on, I think that other one, the one you absolutely hate, the SOG Tac Auto.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. It's the same
similar.
clip. But there's other things going on here. I bet you one thing that you don't like about this, I bet you don't like the wavy stuff
don't.
here. This really turns you off, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
totally does.
Yep, thought so. And you don't have that here. Speaking of which, this is the Elite 2, the bigger one. 4-inch blade, and that has a lot of real estate for grabbing. Very cool.
Very cool.
Hey, Ned Fancy, why are you wearing gloves? I've always worn gloves in my reviews.
Yeah.
All
You
the time.
bang.
And you don't want us to mix up our hands, do you? Not really. So, great clip. The traction on these is okay. It's a 60-61 milled aluminum handle set. And there actually is some traction there. There's your safety, by the way.
Yeah, and I have heard people say they wish these were kind of beveled a little bit because they say they're too sharp and too
I don't
hard.
agree with that at all.
You do that, you lose all your traction.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I
Suddenly
love it the way they've
becomes
done it.
a bar of soap.
It's perfect the way they have it. It's got the SOG logo, and we're talking second cool. It looks great. The blue and the orange are fantastic.
Such good color.
Lanyard hole right here if you care. And I think you can swap that to left and right.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you can. You
Isn't it
take the screw
directional?
out and you flip it over. Yep, I'm pretty sure you can. If I'm wrong, whatever.
Reversible.
Yeah,
probably.
the flash is that way. So see, in the flash, you can just reverse it. See that screw right here? You flip it over. So lefties would like this knife as well.
Yeah, I'm totally wrong. I was thinking there was
Another great
inset behind
SOG product kicking off TMP, the Flash 1.
One I
did
could
my...
never get into.
He doesn't like this one
You
either.
tried to convert me to it so many. You're like, carrying Aegis, carrying Aegis, Aegis.
This isn't an Aegis. This is a Flash 1. You're
Flash.
confused.
Oh, yeah.
The mini Aegis is also awesome, but you're right. I mean, you introed with it. I'm a first and sometimes second cool guy. This is all first cool.
Maybe if they weren't so boring, I'd remember their names.
Just kind of like the girls you see in Tinder. Yeah, same. All right, so between these knives that we have on the table, the Spec Elites, which is your
Got one out of
favorite?
there.
So we've got the smaller one, the Elite 1 in blue. We have the standard Elite 2 in black. We have the CutleryShoppe Elite 2 in orange. Which
No
one's
question.
your favorite?
Orange.
Yeah,
All day, man. The orange is a great color.
I love that blue too.
It's awesome looking, and let's say you're using it somewhere, like you're using it in a vehicle or something, and you drop it. Guess what's going to be impossible to find in the darkness under the seat when your eyes are adjusted to daytime? This one, it basically
You
becomes
speak
non-existent.
truth, Grasshopper. That's one reason I'm painting my Sheffield knives orange. Oh, look at this cool paint job. Yep, TD and I just did a whole batch of these. So it's just spray paint, and then we clear coated it, signed it. Hey, we want that in the web store. Talk to TD, I told him about it. But it's going to wear and tear. I mean,
Yeah.
already it's like, look, after cutting, all the
Yeah.
paint's going to wear off, and it just makes it look cooler. But I'm bringing this out to show
Yeah. We
what
do
you're
the
talking about
same
is
thing.
on point. Orange knives look great. They're super easy to find. Excellent. Excellent. Any other competitive options? We showed you the Microtech.
Microtech, the Bodyguard Piranha,
This
is
guy-
one that people cross-shop a lot, actually.
Oh, that's
Well, I
a
think about
good
it. This
point.
is another super cool blade.
We've had that one forever.
Long time.
Probably since 04. That's a Piranha Bodyguard. I think all these knives are going to be fairly close in price. I think the
Yeah.
UDT that BHQ had was not that expensive. I think,
Really?
yeah, I think it was like, and I'm going off memory. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think like 150 or something. It was insane.
That's about right.
And I bet you they've gone up in value already. It was a special run.
Yeah. That's about, this one's about 120 around there.
Still,
119. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
the one thing I didn't like about this one is that it sticks out substantially from the
Yeah.
pocket. You could retrofit it with a deep carry clip, and some guys have, no doubt. And there's just a little bit of wiggle right here. Little bit of wiggle. Everything else is cool. At least second cool. This is a slick handle right here.
Yeah.
It's always very slick. S30 as you can see on that one.
Still cool.
Would you buy the SOG Spec Elites?
Absolutely.
Yeah, highly
I would buy
recommended.
each one of these, really. I would buy a beater one in black, just stock, normal. Maybe as a gift for someone in the family.
What if I said you bought one and I'd throw this in for free? Would you take it, or would you just say, nah, I'm good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone would appreciate it.
I'm saying you. Would you carry this knife ever?
I wouldn't carry it. I'd give it away. I would convert it to brownie points.
You just like this knife, don't you?
Yeah.
It's so funny. So next thing you know, some TMPers are going to get this in the mail as a giveaway item.
Sweet.
Which, by the way, I got to do tonight. It's going to take me like 2 hours to do that. All right, Knife Show, crank it on. Good job on the colorations to Blade HQ for this one, CutleryShoppe for this orange one. I'm really glad to see the Spec Elite is doing well. I think it's selling very well, and it competes very favorably against other knives like that super cool Kershaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one. Don't know where it went. We got to wrap the video up. Thanks for watching. Make sure you join TMP Patreon if you want. If you don't, we still love you. Watch all the videos. They post faster.